Okay, so I'm gonna tell you how, if you break your chain, how you can change it. I've broken my chain about maybe 3 times. The first time I broke it was me and Hayden were racing, and I was coming down on a straightaway, and or he was going on a straightaway. I took the grass, and when I biffed it, the chain like popped off the front sprocket and the back sprocket, which isn't good because then you have to get a new sprocket. So when you're gonna change your, when you're gonna put a new chain on it, you're gonna take your, there's a guard that goes over your front sprocket, so like it doesn't, if it comes loose, it can't like fall off or anything. You're gonna take that off, and then when you get that off, there's 2 screws that hold in your front sprocket. And then you're gonna take those 2 out and take your front sprocket and make sure it's not chipped or anything, because if it is, you have to get a new one. Otherwise, it'll keep pulling on your chain, and the more it pulls, the more it pulls, it gets really tight, and then when it gets really tight, it'll snap again, and you don't want that to happen because chains are expensive, and so are sprockets. And if your front sprocket's good, then you can put that back on and make sure your back sprocket is good, because if it's not, that's what drives your chain to make your tire go and stuff. If your back sprocket's really sharp, the teeth are really sharp on your back sprocket, it'll bite into your chain too much, and that's also what causes it to snap. And there's master links, and that's what holds your chain together. If you have, I have 2 master links in the chain that's on it right now because I recently snapped it, and I didn't have time to go buy a new chain, so I just added links onto an old one. And so there's 2 in there. And right now my sprocket is really sharp, which isn't good because, like I said, that's what can cause your chain to snap. Another time when I snapped it was last year, or no, it was this year. I was riding, and in that video where we got pulled over that you guys watched, after that, my chain was really loose during that video, and after that, we were going up a hill back to my house, and I gunned it to go up the hill, and that's when my chain snapped. So that's when I added 3 extra links. Last year, I broke my leg the last day before school because my chain was loose. And when it was loose, I was trying to wheelie across by the train depot. I was trying to wheelie across the grass there, and there's like that thing that comes down from the telephone pole, the yellow thing. I hit it, and it grabbed my handlebar, and that's what caused me to break my leg, because I got crushed under the bike on the other side. And my chain snapped during that too. You can for part of your chain, or yeah, your chain, the front sprocket, it's kind of like, it looks like a gasket, but it's made for your front sprocket instead. That holds your sprocket in place so that your sprocket doesn't wobble sideways when your chain is loose, which held my chain on that time when I was going up the hill, but the chain snapped because I wasn't lucky, I guess. And to fix it, all you have to do is just, if you don't buy a new chain, you can just add extra links like I did. Put another master link on. Make sure it's tight. There's a swing arm on the back, on both sides of the bike. The swing arm has 2 screws. There's 2 screws, and then the screws go onto a small square that goes around your axle, and it pushes the swing arm back, and that's what can tighten your chain. You can tighten it that way, or take links out of it, and that's how you change a chain on a dirt bike.